Hey there, thank you for coming back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. Today I have an almost full face of makeup products that are either new or new to me to try out. So without further ado, let's jump right into our first step of the makeup routine, the base product. The cushion foundation I'm going to be trying out today for the second time actually is the Abib Hydration Cushion Compact Skin Shield SPF 50+, PA+++. So I actually had no idea that Abib was making base makeup product until one of my subscribers, Eyeshadow, told me about this and said that I should definitely try and review it on this channel. So shout out to Eyeshadow for letting me know that this product exists. I had actually already tried this product out once before filming this video because I wanted to see if this product has good coverage and what kind of finish it has, as well as what kind of longevity it can give me. And I'm actually very surprised and actually enjoyed wearing this product a lot. It does have a very strong scent, and the scent doesn't really go away that quickly. So if you are someone who is very sensitive to scent, you might not actually enjoy this product. But for a cushion foundation, it has very nice and natural coverage. It's definitely not one of these cushion foundation that has very high coverage, but the coverage is enough to even out your skin tone and make your skin looks glowy and healthy. It reminds me a lot of the Rom&nd Clear Cover Cushion Foundation, only slightly on the matter side compared to the Clear Cover Cushion Foundation. So if you liked the Clear Cover Cushion Foundation from Rom&nd, but you think that that is still a little bit too glowy than what you would like, then maybe you want to try this cushion foundation from Abib out. One thing I want to point out is that there are only 3 shades in this cushion foundation, 21, 22, and 23. And if you are judging the shades by the Korean cushion foundation standards, these shades are actually on the darker side if you think about the numbering in the Korean cushion foundation. So I'm actually currently using shade 21, which is the shade I usually use, but not when there is a shade 22. But I'm glad that I actually picked this shade up because it's actually a pretty good match for my skin tone. So if you are someone like me who usually is between 21 and 23 and usually pick up the 22 if that shade is offered, maybe you want to go down to a 21 in this particular cushion foundation. So the one thing that I'm really impressed with this cushion foundation from Abib is its ability to cover up very well the pores and texture that I have around my butterfly zone, which is my trouble zone for viewers of mine who have been watching my channel. For this cushion foundation, even though it is not the highest of coverage for a cushion foundation, it sort of just glides on top of all the texture and pores that I have in the butterfly zone and cover it up very well. This Abib Hydration Cushion Foundation is also slightly more buildable than the Rom&nd Clear Cover Cushion in terms of coverage, so you can definitely build it up in areas where you need extra coverage, which for me are around the nooks and crannies of my nose where I get red a lot, and also around my jawline where I get dark spots from hormonal breakout. So as I mentioned, I already tested this cushion foundation once before filming this video because I really wanted to see how long and how well this cushion foundation lasts on my skin, and I was really impressed by the longevity of it. Even though my skin and my face still gets oily at the end of the 8-hour wear test, the oiliness is really not that bad at all. And the cushion foundation itself did not seem to crease or get cakey in areas of my face that I usually see that happening. The other thing is, even though this Abib Hydration Cushion Foundation is slightly more matte than the Rom&nd Clear Cover Cushion Foundation, it doesn't feel dry on my skin at all. And especially during my first wear tests with it, I did not feel dry or tight anywhere on my skin throughout that 8 hour of wear. And this is one of the things that I'm not that surprised about with this cushion foundation, because after all, Abib is a brand that is very well known already for their skincare products. Let's now move on to the eye makeup. For my eyeshadow look, I have an eyeshadow palette and then also a single eyeshadow that is a glitter eyeshadow to try out. The eyeshadow palette I'm going to be trying out today is the number 4 Truffle in the 𝐬𝐭𝐚𝐦𝐞 My Fave Eyeshadow Palette release. This is an all matte, cool tone mauve 4-pan eyeshadow palette that I got attracted by as soon as I saw pictures of it online. However, it seems that whenever these My Fave eyeshadow palettes come in stock, this particular number 4, always gets sold out first. So it's only now that I got my hands on this palette. Since this is an all matte palette, I'm also going to be using a single glitter eyeshadow, and the glitter eyeshadow I'm going to be using is the 𝐓𝐢𝐸𝐿 eyeshadow in Mismatch, which is number 15. This is a really cool looking blue, green, and pink holographic glitter eyeshadow. So I'm also very excited to try this out on my eyelids to see how it looks and combine with the Truffle palette from 𝐬𝐭𝐚𝐦𝐞. I'm going to now zoom you guys in really close to see my eyeshadow look as I talk you guys through it. So I have just primed my eyelids using the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. I'm now going into this lightest shade here to cancel out any coloration on my eyelids before laying down detailing and crease shades. Next, I'm going to be using Hey Truffle, which is this sort of grayish brown shade in the outer part of my crease as well as on the lower lash line to start contouring my eye shape. These eyeshadows from 𝐬𝐭𝐚𝐦𝐞 are super pigmented, but really soft and finely milled at the same time. And I'm loving the way that they're blending out so effortlessly on my eyelids. Next, I'm going to use the shade Mauve in my crease, and I'm going to concentrate it on the outer part of my crease and blending it inwards to create a gradient. Now I'm going to use this darkest shade here, which is a neutral brown, to draw a soft eyeliner on both of my eyes. Now I'm going to use my fingers to apply Mismatch to the center of my eyelids, blending inwards. So this is the finished eyeshadow look, and I'm really enjoying the way that the Mismatch shade in the 𝐓𝐢𝐸𝐿 eyeshadow line is looking on my eyelids. I feel like that shade is giving my eyelids this sort of oil slick look, which is giving an extra something to this sort of mauve brown eyeshadow look, which would otherwise be not really that special. I'm also really liking the way that all the matte eyeshadows in the Truffle palette from 𝐬𝐭𝐚𝐦𝐞 is looking on my eyelids. Like I said during the makeup part, the eyeshadows were blending beautifully and they all were really creamy, and they just blend into each other so effortlessly as well. So for mascara, I'm going to try out this new mascara from 𝐬𝐭𝐚𝐦𝐞. It is the Lash Correcting Mascara in number 3 Long Extension. So here is the finished eye makeup with the mascara on. I'm not sure that I agree with the name of this mascara, Long Extension, because I was expecting more of a false lash effect with this mascara. But it seems that the mascara separates the eyelashes and maybe coat them in a very thin layers of product. But I'm not really seeing that much difference between my normal eyelashes and my eyelashes with this mascara on. Moving on to blushes, I actually have two blush products that I want to show and also swatch for you guys. The first one is the Rom&nd See-Through Melting Cheek in number 4, Melting Ginger. This is the limited edition shade from the Hanbok collection that Rom&nd did. And this particular shade, I feel like it is the more reddish version of the Melting Beige shade from the same formula. This shade definitely will show up more visibly on your cheeks, but one thing you need to pay attention to if you are picking this shade up and applying it to your cheeks is that you definitely don't want to apply it really wide and into the butterfly zone, because if you do that, since there is a little bit of a red tinge in this particular blush shade, it's going to make your butterfly zone look like it is very red and very irritated, which is not a really good look. So I would advise that you actually use the shade mostly on the outer part of your cheeks if you are wanting to use it, and also be really careful with the amount of product that you apply to your cheeks. The second blush that I want to show you guys, which will also be the blush product that I use for my makeup look today, is the Naming Fluffy Powder Blush in Toast. This is a slightly peachy beige blush shade that is perfect if you don't really want to wear blush, or if you just want to have a blush that will tie your makeup look together without taking away the attention from either your eye makeup or your lip makeup. What I'm really enjoying about this Naming Fluffy Powder Blush formula is how soft and creamy it feels on my cheeks. And I also like the way that this blush is appearing on my cheeks as well. It looks like a transparent veil of color on my cheeks. So it's barely there, yet there is just enough of a hint of color on my cheeks that I don't look like my face is not balanced. This particular shade in the Naming Fluffy Powder Blush is also reminding me a lot of the Clinique Cheek Pop in Nude Pop, which is a blush shade that I enjoy using since it goes with pretty much any makeup look that I want to use it with. But I feel like this Toast shade might even be more versatile than that Nude Pop shade, because the Nude Pop shade does have a little bit of pink in it, which might not be suitable for people with very warm skin tone, whereas this Toast shade is just a hint peachy, so it will go with both warm and cool undertones. Before moving on to the very exciting lip products that I have prepared for today's video, I'm going to just go ahead and use my 𝐬𝐭𝐚𝐦𝐞 Tone Tuning Shading Powder, since I do not have any new shading products. Last but not least, let's talk about the new lip products in the really fun and exciting collaboration between Rom&nd and Baemin, a food delivery app in Korea. The Rom&nd x Baemin Lip-bokki edition. This collaboration is inspired by the Korean spicy rice cake dish, 𝐓𝐢𝐻𝐿𝐷, and we are getting 4 new lipstick products in this collaboration, together with some really fun and interesting choices for gifts with purchase as well. Let's now take a look at the 4 different shades of lip products that we're getting in this collaboration between Rom&nd and Baemin. Number 1, Mala Tteokbokki, is a brownish burning red. There is also a burning effect that happens when you first apply this lasting water tint to your lips, which is very consistent with the name Mala Tteokbokki. Number 2, soup tteokbokki or 𝐓𝐤𝐦𝐞 tteokbokki is a clear red. This is supposed to resemble the color of red pepper paste, but on my lips, this is definitely a lot lighter than a red pepper paste color. Number 3, 𝐬𝐭𝐚𝐦𝐩 tteokbokki is a dark chocolate brown that also has a little bit of a plummy red hint. This is a zero velvet tint. And lastly, we have cream sauce number 4. This is a glassing water gloss that is a milky and slightly thick gloss, but it is not very sticky on the lips. The cream sauce glassing water gloss looks especially good on top of the zero velvet tint in 𝐬𝐭𝐚𝐦𝐸 tteokbokki. However, given that the number 3 𝐬𝐭𝐚𝐦𝐸 tteokbokki is such a dark color, I'm not entirely sure that I would like to use this cream sauce gloss on top since this could lead to feathering. So here is the finished makeup look. And I have chosen the shade number 1, Mala tteokbokki, as my lipstick shade for the day. As you can see, this is a pretty simple makeup look that can be taken day to night, and I feel like you can easily dial down on the eye makeup look to make this look an everyday appropriate look as well. Out of the products that I used today for my makeup look, I think the standout products for me are the 𝐬𝐭𝐚𝐦𝐸 My Fave Eyeshadow Palette in Truffle. It was such a joy to use this palette because all of the eyeshadow shades are so creamy and so blendable, and they just sort of blend themselves into place as soon as I put the makeup brush down on my eyelids. The 𝐓𝐢𝐴DE eyeshadow in Mismatch was also a very interesting formula. It feels not like a wet formula or anything, yet at the same time, when I put my finger into the pan and then applying it to my eyelids, it gives me such a wet and oil slick look, and I feel like I'm going to get a lot of use out of this eyeshadow because it's going to elevate any of the eyeshadow palette that I have in my collection, particularly any eyeshadow palette that only contains matte eyeshadows. And I also really enjoy the Naming Fluffy Powder Blush in Toast. I think this fluffy powder blush formula from Naming is likely going to replace the Rom&nd Better Than Cheek blush formula as my new favorite blush formula. And I cannot wait to get other colors in this line and try them all out on my face. There are also 2 products which I tried out today, but I'm not sure I'm going to be reaching for in the near future. The first product is the 𝐬𝐭𝐚𝐦𝐸 Lash Correcting Mascara in number 3, Long Extension, which I'm not sure is really doing anything for my eyelashes. And then the other product is the number 4 Cream Sauce in the Rom&nd x Baemin collaboration, which I definitely don't think I'm going to be using on its own, but at the same time, I don't think I'm going to be using it in collaboration with other lipstick shades in my collection. That is all for today's video, guys. I hope you have had a good time watching this. Let me know in the comment section below what new releases from Korea you are excited about and would like me to review on this channel. Hit the like button if you have enjoyed the video, and also consider subscribing to my channel for more content on Korean beauty in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.